everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title, it is another collaboration for BHM Pattern Designer Sewing Challenge. You still have time. I know the day you're seeing this is Sunday, the final Sunday before the challenge is over, which is February 29th, which is a Thursday. Yes, that is a Thursday. So you still have time. There's plenty of easy, simple patterns that you can do if you're looking for something quick. Definitely check out the playlist. I will have that pop up at the end, and I'll have pop up at the end my most recent makes. And so, yes, and make sure for those who are entering, don't forget, tag at SewNaturalDane and tag at BHM Pattern Designers, and use the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers so everybody can see what everybody's making, working on. And yeah, that's how your entry will count over on Instagram. So welcome to all my new subscribers. I thank you for tuning in, and those who continue to tune in from week to week, and those who continue to join in on the challenge from year to year. This is year number 6. This is the final week, the final push, final few days. I thank you all for your continued support in whatever way, shape, or form you have done that. Maybe you reshared a graphic or something like that. Maybe you submitted your entry, whatever the case may be. I definitely appreciate it. And I appreciate you, those that have donated. I will pop up the link to the video again. The very first video of this month from February 1st was the collaboration with Creativity Shell organization. I had labeled that particular video as a fundraiser video. I'm not sure. I need to check the analytics to see if donations have been made. Those donations do not come to me, you guys. Those go directly to the organization. There's no pass-through like that. As well as on Instagram. I'm almost at the Instagram goal, which was $100. So yeah, either Instagram or here on YouTube, please donate. And if you're wondering what Creativity Shell is and what that organization is all about, definitely check out the February 1st video. But she's doing wonderful things with the youth, with juvenile, and with those who have been through sex trafficking. So definitely go check that first video out from February 1st and head on over and donate to a worthy cause. Plus, there is a pattern that she came out with as well that we talked about. So, all right, everybody. Today's collaboration is with one of the brand ambassadors for BHM Pattern Designers, and that is T from Crumpets Tea and Sewing. If you missed Wednesdays, that's what this one was. This was with the other ambassador, Dita, Divine Dita, over on Instagram. I had just put up this video on Wednesday, and so yeah, that was with the other ambassador. And so today is with T, and I have one more collab coming up on Wednesday. So yes, you definitely want to stay tuned for that. That is another fun one as well. I have been enjoying all the collabs this month and seeing what everybody, those I've been collaborating with, have created. Now, if you missed any of those videos, I have linked in the description box everybody I have collaborated with and where you can find them here on Instagram, YouTube, or whatever the case may be. So you can go check out what they made as well. So today, T and I will pop up pictures of what T's final look is. But we did Beauty J'adore, the KnowMe 2046. Super duper easy pattern. I focused on view A, kind of, sort of. So I made another modification that definitely fits into my style aesthetic and what I would wear. When I say this pattern is super easy, it really is. And I will say I actually did not look at the instructions at all for this, only because it's only 4 pieces. You have the front, the back, the sleeve, as well as the neckband. I can tell you I did cut out the largest size, which is a size 26 based on the measurements. And so the largest size, the bust, it says bust for 48, waist of 41, and a hip of 50. But based on, you know, kind of the weave of my fabric, and I knew how I wanted to do the zippers on the side and everything. I just went with the largest size instead of what my size is, which is 45 bust, 39 waist, and 52 hip. I just went with the largest size. I knew there would be some ease in the pattern, right? And so one of the things that you may not notice about this, so this pattern has two pieces. It has the tunic, which you can make with the high slit almost up to the waist. If you can see on Nikki in that green, that slit is kind of, it looks like it's about at her waistline. Or you can do view B of the tunic, which goes which the slit is much lower. But what you cannot tell, and I did not know, and I picked this pattern up in December when it went on sale, but what I did not know is that view B featured a zipper option. You cannot see that on the front of the pattern, and that is such a good detail and such a good feature. The other thing that I love about it is, if you can tell for the sleeves, there's this kind of gathering or ruching at the wrist area, above the wrist, a few inches, about 6 or 7 inches it looks like, around the wrist area, the front and back at that seam marking. And so those I thought were some really good features. It's such an easy pattern to make, and so yeah, I didn't pay attention to the instructions at all. Only thing I did was modify it for my personal style and my taste, because one of the things is this tunic is, it's a very high neck tunic. If any of you are new to my channel, and those who do follow my channel, you know I do not like things up around my neck. I like things like what I'm wearing, and this is McCall's, I forget, because it's now a butterick pattern. If I remember, I'll pop it up. I like things V-neck, you know, more of a scoop or something like that. I don't like anything too high at my neckline. So that's one of the adjustments that I did. I took an inch off the front neckline piece, and all I did was lay the pattern in, because I have it right here. Super easy. What I did was I took, and you'll see what I did to this. Here's the top of the pattern. So the neckline was an inch higher. I have my curve ruler, and I just brought it down an inch, and then made sure it graded up to the shoulder piece here. And so yeah, I just took it down an inch. That's all I did. So that also meant I needed to adjust the neckband piece, and the only thing was, with the neckband piece, I took an inch out of the neckline, and I just added a half an inch to the neckband piece. That's all I did. Nothing, you know, spectacular there. One of the other things I did was I put the pattern up to me to see how long I wanted the top to be. And the only thing I really looked at the instructions for was you know, making sure, looking at the markings where they kind of put the zipper, and you know, what adjustment I would need to make to that, and then the elastic, which was real simple. But I just actually folded the pattern. I didn't cut the pattern, because I can see myself now, that especially now that I've made the adjustment to the neckline, is making the longer version with the zipper. So I can definitely see that. So I didn't cut it, and I think at the time I was doing this, I didn't have time to trace it, so I just folded it all up and just made sure everything was even for the front and back, made sure those mirrored. And I did the same for my sleeve piece. I just folded it up to where I wanted it to go. I put a pin in it, and then I cut my fabric out. So the fabric that I use for this is that fabric I had been waiting for from Fashion Fabrics Club. I absolutely love it. Caveat, I will put the link to this fabric down below, but you all know I had issues with the notification. It took them almost 3 weeks to even send me a notification that it was being delivered, and then of course the whole USPS debacle. But anyway, so this is the print I ordered. It's a fun graffiti print. It's what kind of knit is this? I can't remember. I'll just link to it in the description box. I do believe Fashion Fabrics Club still has it available. But anyway, I ordered 3 yards of this. I ordered 3 yards. I do not know what this says on there. I see the word of and the. I don't know what that means. Or off. I don't know. But Anyway, that's the fabric that I chose. And I have, I ordered 3. I used 1.5 yards for this top. And so I have 1.5 yards left. And what I want to do is make me another tank, the KnowMe 2046. I want to make another one of those. So I'm glad I have enough fabric left over for that. Oops. And so here is the top. And I've already worn her. I actually went out to dinner. If you saw, I went live on Instagram and on YouTube on, by the time you're seeing this, Sunday, Friday. And so the Friday before. And so I went ahead and wore this out, and it worked out beautifully. It worked out perfectly. You'll see pictures and everything popping up here in just a second and video, but this is the top. I absolutely love the way it turned out. Let me show you the sides for the zipper. Now the thing with the zipper, because I knew I was putting this zipper in this knit, one of the things that I did do, well, before I get to that, because I do want to show you the inside of it. So I do have the option of unzipping it all the way up to, it's right below my waist is where I have it. And this is probably how I'll wear it, just, you know, a little bit unzipped. Could be, depending on what I'm wearing, maybe I'll unzip it all the way. But I knew when I unzipped it, I didn't want it to be all up under my waist. That would have been too high for me. One of the other things is, like I said, the ruching for the sleeve. You can't really see that, but there's the ruching on the sleeve, the seam underneath, and then I did a crease to make sure I got the middle of the sleeve on the outside. Now, the one thing, after I did the ruching, I wanted it to be a little bit more prominent the way Nikki's looked. Mine isn't as prominent, but I mean, it's still there and everything, but it's not as prominent. So I could have probably shortened my elastic just a little bit more, because I think it called for 6 inches. I shortened it to 4. I was thinking maybe I could have shortened it to 3, and that would have gave me a little bit more of that ruching effect that I was looking for. So it's not as ruched as you see in the pattern, but it's still there. So yeah, I absolutely love that. Due to the weight of this fabric, I did do a couple things different. I do have my label in there. You all know I have labels on my website, so feel free to check those out if you like. But let me turn this inside out real quick. What I wanted to show you is that the area around the zipper, because of the type of knit this is, I wanted that to be a little bit more stabilized than normal. And so I put not interfacing. I have the sew keys. Actually, it's right here. I know you've seen me talk about this many times. This here is the sew keys stay tape, and so I use that around the zipper. And so what I did was put that down first, and I also used it around the hem of my garment. You cannot see that because then once I serged the bottom and turned it up, that covered all that, but it just gives a little bit more body and stability to knits when you're doing stuff like this. So that's how my zipper looks on the inside. And one of the other things, and I did serge everything on the inside, and this is how the elastic looks too on the inside as well. So yeah, I can't remember what width of elastic. It might have been 1/4 width of elastic, but this is a 1/2 inch elastic that I used. And so yeah, so that's how that looks on the inside. The other thing I did, because I knew, and here's a tip, if you are going to put the zipper in the side like I did, I suggest the seams that you are sewing, that you need to sew together along the sleeve, the underneath here, that you serge those pieces separately first. That's what I did, and I'm glad I did that, because I knew I was going to separate this seam, and I don't want to be bothered with trying to then go back in and kind of serge the sides. So I made sure the sides were clean and serged all the way down first. before I did that, and so I like that. I like the way that turned out. It just gives it a really nice clean finish on the inside. Like I said, I did serge everything on the inside, and so yeah, this is, I'll pop up some pictures and I'll pop up a couple pictures of T. Definitely go check out T's video so you can hear about what she did, the fabric she used as well. Both of her pieces are absolutely beautiful. And so yeah, this is, I wanted something, I knew I wanted this graphic fabric to be a t-shirt type top, and I knew I wanted to get a tank out of it. So goal accomplished, goal accomplished. You'll have to let me know what you think. I should have been popping up pictures and video and also of tees, but I love it. I do love how this looked. I love how it turned out, and it's such a great use of fabric. They say fabric means everything, right? Fabric choice means everything to bring a look together. So and so yeah, I absolutely love it. Definitely let me know what you think. Don't forget, like I said, you have until February 29th to submit your entry. And yeah, I will leave a link to T's video down in the description box. Please go show her some love. Go check out her video. And yeah, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. Leave them in the comment section below. And let me know if you are one of the people who are going to the finish line to finish your entry for BHM Pattern Designers. Let me know down in the comment section below. And don't forget, tag SewNaturalDane, tag at BHM Pattern Designers, and use the hashtag BHM Pattern Designers. And don't forget to take advantage of all of the wonderful coupons and discount codes that some of our sponsors are offering. And again, shout out to all of our sponsors. But yeah, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. I greatly appreciate it. You all have a blessed start to your week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.